Hello, everybody. My name is Steven Jackson, and I was asked the question, will the Lifewave patches, and that is Lifewave as you see this site here, will the Lifewave patches improve liver function, kidney function? I was specifically asked about liver function, but this is a published report here that talks about liver, kidneys, pancreas, intestines, hypothalamas, adrenal, and thyroid glands. And so I'm not a doctor, and I could never say what would heal or what would remedy this particular ailment over another. But what I can share with you are published studies done on these various glands, items, as well as the experience of people that have used the Lifewave patches. And that is what I'm here to do now. So what we have is a published report. I'm going to say this was back in 2010, 2009. And as it relates to the X15 patch, which now is referred to as the glutathione patches. Glutathione patches is what you see right here. And a lot of times, together with Lifewave, they're put in this Y-age system of things to actually help people with various conditions. And those various conditions include what I had just mentioned, and this is from the experiences of many people that have used the Lifewave patches. So this is the site for Lifewave. If you're looking for patches, you would hover here, and you can click on patches, and you would come to the various patches. So what was asked was the effect of Lifewave patches on some of these particular organs. And in this published study, it talked about a study that was done using the X15 patches. I mentioned now is the glutathione patch system. And of course, it did have, it proved to have an increase in function of these various glands, including the liver as well. So I just wanted to share that. Now, where you would find this information is if you were to go to Lifewave site and you scroll down, there are pouches on the site, and you can see it says clinical evidence. And so this is where you'll find the various patents, clinical evidence that's been done, published information, FDA approvals, things of that nature. So you will find that, and in fact, these various patches that we're dealing with are FDA approved. So you're going to be amazed at what you would find as to the studies that were done and why there are patents, because of the way they actually were able to do these studies through using light therapy to increase our stem cells. So this is amazing technology. Many people have actually gotten great results from this technology. Now, there was another question about diabetes. So David Smith himself was talking about diabetes, and this, I'm going to share this video as part of this. When I send this out, information out, I'm going to include this video. But about 24 minutes to 27 minutes, he talked about neuropathy and blood sugar levels. And in that, he gave some helpful information regarding what some have actually experienced or how some have actually overcome neuropathy and reduced blood sugar levels. So my director, John Chang, actually, while listening to that video, wrote out these notes, exactly what he was saying regarding blood sugar levels. And he even mentioned how some have been able to reduce the need for insulin by over 60%. Now, of course, this also included some supplements involved with it, but it also included the X39 patch, and it told where to place it, and the Aeon patch, and it told where to place that as well, as it related to neuropathy. Now, the neuropathy, it was so important to overcome the diabetic neuropathy, you had to reduce the insulin levels. And so that is why these supplements were involved. And the X39, one of the things it did mention here, in order to reduce the insulin levels, you had to increase glutathione. And there's a couple ways of doing that. The X39 helps do that. So the X39 patch was very, very important. But the glutathione patch is very significant in reducing or increasing glutathione. And there was a published report on that as well. Now, in this published report, it talks about, and I'm not going to go over the whole report, but it talks about the importance of glutathione. And glutathione is an actual antioxidant that is within our bodies, but oftentimes is not functioning as well as it should, because it can actually protect us against major diseases. And again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to go in to say this will do this or this will do that. But people have found by increasing their glutathione levels, they have been able to actually put cancers in remission and many other ailments as well. Now, this is the finding of people. So in this particular published report, which you will also find in this area here, it talks about in the study, and I'm going to just go over this part of it and some of the results here. So it mentions baseline data was collected for all subjects, and blood glutathione levels were measured and assessed in I guess I'm not sure what that word is, but urine samples were also collected with the objective of determining if the Lifewave glutathione patch increased the release of heavy metals in the urine. After the baseline blood and urine samples were collected, the Lifewave glutathione patch was applied approximately 2 inches below the subject's belly button. Each subject was required to return to the laboratory every 24 hours so that additional blood and urine samples could be collected. This was repeated 5 times. As blood and urine samples were collected, they were immediately forwarded to an analytical laboratory for testing. The results of this study regarding those subjects wearing the Lifewave glutathione patch are shown below. Analysis of the data shows that all participants had increases in blood levels of glutathione during the period of this study as compared to baseline. In addition, the average increases in blood glutathione levels were 3 and 4 times the baseline level. So that is, when you increase something by a time, that's like 100% increase. So you had 300 to 400% increases with this study using the glutathione patch. And so the studies, the numbers are published here. Glutathione increase via patch. And it goes into what the baselines were out of the 15 subjects, what the increase was in day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5. And there were some that had an actual 5 times or 500% increase, if you look at this, in the first day. But most in day 5 had significant increases. Some may not have, but the majority did. Some had increases the next day, but not so much the day after or day 5, whatever the case may be. There are a number of reasons for that because everyone is different. But the point is, the glutathione patch significantly increases our glutathione level, which actually protects our bodies or strengthens our body's natural immune system. Now think about it for a moment. Let's say you work in a hospital. Where do you think you need, or do you think it's significant that your immune system is increased? Of course it is. And this glutathione patch is so significant in doing that. To increase someone's glutathione level by that much is unheard of in a 24-hour period. Not to mention a 5-day period. Now, I talked about why some people will differ. And people will differ because people are different. But there's another reason for that too. And that is because of the fact that we have within our bodies meridians. And meridians are actual collagen fibers. They're just, think about it as a network, or let's think about it as a network, or maybe fiber optics, where you have all these fiber optic lines going everywhere to supply everyone with internet. And these tentacles are going all over the place, or to be able to supply you with cellular service. You have these tentacle fiber optics just going everywhere so that we can communicate. Well, the body has the same thing. They have these meridians, which are these collagen fibers that go everywhere so that they can supply necessary nutrient or communicate with various organs throughout our bodies and everything else. Well, what happens is, in supplying nutrients to the various parts of the body, some of those meridians are blocked, and they're blocked with toxins. So everybody has a different level of that. So a nutrient may not get to a certain part of the body as quick as it will get to another person's part of the body. It's because of the various toxins that are in these meridians. Some may receive it slower than others, and some may receive nutrients greater than others. So one of the best ways to overcome this, and this is totally different. I've already shared with you information regarding how to actually increase the function of liver, and what was spoken of as it relates to diabetes. What I'm sharing with you now is how to actually cleanse your whole body, whereby your meridians are free of these toxins. And that's why I'm mentioning this, because a person's level of toxins in the meridians will determine how fast these pathways will work, which is why you see these various numbers here. So one of the best ways to get your meridians clear of toxins is to do what is called a detox. And there are patches that will do that. So an example of this is a yin-yang rebalance and detox. And I won't go through all this information on the yin-yang, but there are various places these patches can be placed. Now, this is over a 30-day period that will actually put your body in a state of homeostasis. And in this way, it really will clear up those meridians within your body so that the natural energy flows smoothly. Your body gets all of the nutrients that it needs, which makes it much more effective and actually allows the ability for the patches, the movement of stem cells to flow much easier and to increase to the level of protecting your body. Now, I'm not saying that you need to have a body cleanse of this nature to do that. What I am saying that if you know that you have a serious illness, you want to do as much as you can to make it effective. Now, sometimes cost restraints, and this is not a very, very expensive item to do this, but it may still be more expensive than someone can afford. So I'm not going to say that you need to do a cleanse every time. Sometimes you just use the X39 patches and it will be enough. But if you really, really are concerned about, if you have a serious ailment, then you do want to cleanse your body so that your meridians are free of those toxins, and all of the energy, all of the ability of what you're placing in your body can flow smoothly to be more effective. Now, there are two levels of detoxes. One is a severe rebalancing. And I'm not going to read any of this, but it just means it's just a certain level of how the patches are going. These are all 30-day detoxes, and they actually work magnificently. Many people have actually stated the amount of energy they've had, but not only that, some have actually found that some things that they are used to, like for example, I'm going to give the example of what my director told me, and he shared this with me. He said after doing this detox, what he would do is drink about 1 to 2 bottles of beer per night. After doing the detox, he didn't have a desire to drink beer, and he didn't know why. And so it was explained to him that many of those desires and some may say dependencies actually go away from a detox such as this. So there might be persons that have certain ailments or certain dependencies, maybe some type of depressions and things of that nature that may actually clear up once doing this type of detox. So the issue's not, and again, I'm just sharing with you the importance of putting your body in a state of homeostasis so that you can have a greater effect in improving the health of your body. But in regards to liver function and diabetes, you will see that this report will help you to determine the effectiveness of the patches. David Smith, who is actually the creator of Lifewave, he's a scientist who's actually has these world patents. He has over 120 world patents, have actually speaking on various questions that were posed to him regarding certain ailments, and he's answered those questions. Not only that, and I'm going to share the testimonials from my site, but under this particular video, and when I share you the link, the site's going to look like this. It's going to be one page, and the page is going to look like this. It's going to talk about Lifewave success stories. It's going to talk about how it works. It's going to talk about what to expect. It has another link here. If you want to become a preferred customer, there's a video showing you how to do that. A video from David Smith, how these things work and what people are saying. There's a level of that. And then health testimonials. And under the health testimonials, and there are quite a few, I think it's quite a few health testimonials here, you're going to find insulin resistant testimonial on the X39. And this person really talks about, I think she was a doctor, and she talks about how the X39 reduced the insulin need by 50% with her husband in a matter of months. So it's really, these examples can help you to see what other people are saying, what other people are experiencing, and hopefully this will help you to make an informed decision regarding Lifewave patches and how especially magnificent they are and how helpful they are. So hopefully this video helps to answer questions that you may have had regarding the Lifewave stem cell patches. And thank you so much for listening.